Roger Pimentel, president of the IDES Society of Half Moon Bay for the year of 2021. It's also the Society's 150th anniversary. As everyone knows, is during this pandemic, government regulations, COVID, as officers and members had to abide by all of these regulations. We did, and we were able to have our celebration, and it was very successful.
We had nothing like this. We took our food home. Here you can sit down, enjoy company.
Before they used to serve outside, and you go up to the window and you get a plate and go. We had seating outside there. No more now. Now we've improved 100%. I'm happy to be a part of it.
I've been a part of the IDES Hall and the Society since I was 3.
I've been with the organization since I was a young man. I used to come up here and I started off by dragging chairs around and setting them up for the festivals and helping where I could. And I've been doing it on and off for the majority of the time I've been here.
I used to help my grandparents with the Shamarita.
All the kids always knew it by Shamarita because that was the dance. So everybody's always called it Shamarita, but it's really the Holy Ghost Festival.
I'm 3rd generation. My grandma is one of 9, and she and her family came over from the Azores.
Back in the 1400s, there was a horrific earthquake in the islands, and the people were starving. And the Queen of Portugal sold her jewelries and loaded boats up with food and took it to the islands and fed her people.
And then that tradition moved here to the United States as the people of the islands have migrated.
And so they have that once a year in different cities where there's a lot of Portuguese people, and they give free food. It's food for the masses.
So the cheese is a Portuguese cheese. We buy it special, and it comes in a big round wheel. And then we slice up sweetbread that we purchase through a Portuguese bakery. Members all enjoy that. Years ago, we used to go to the different ranches and see if we could get beef donated to the society. And we went through different meat organizations through the years, but we've been with one now for probably 15 years or so. Right now, we have all meat roasts, and we buy a little over 7,000 pounds.
And people say to me, how do you get the sandwiches to taste that way? You haven't got brick ovens.
Now the cooking is, I started like 20 years ago. It's fun to cook. Take a while to cook, you know, take like, every time there's like 3.5 hours the first time, 2.5 hours the second time after slice. Take an hour to warm up. We start like 5 days before, every day ½ hour. Make sure the block's not cracked. If you give like 2 hours the heat, all the block can break. And so we'll have to be careful.
Yeah, my family's heavily involved. There's a chair for my great-grandpa at the auction. My grandpa was a past president. My dad's done this before with me and my sister. And my sister actually handed down the crown to me when I was little queen, so it's a big family tradition, which is great.
My granddaughter, Shannon, she was a queen in 1992. She couldn't wait to be a queen. Oh my God, she was so happy to be a queen. Then she says, I'm not gonna march this week. You better.
You can't do anything with the crown on because you can't lean down. Like if you drop something, you gotta hold your crown and lean down and grab it.
It's also very fun because you get to dress up and look all pretty.
I'm good friends with the oldest queen here today, you know, Bev.
I can remember. 1950 was a long time.
My grandmother didn't have any granddaughters that were big queens, and I was not able to be a little queen, so I went ahead and did put my name in the hat for the big queen.
We had pictures last night. I thought they were great. I didn't think I was so antique.
It's you select a queen. There's a hat. They put the notes in the hat and they take one out, and then she's the lucky one. Well, it's a tradition. We've been doing this for many years, even in my country.
This was the biggest celebration on the coast side. Like clothing stores and shoe stores from San Mateo and Burlingame, they would advertise in the Half Moon Bay Review to come and get your Shamarita clothes over at their stores over the hill. That's how big it was. It's still going. I mean, it depends how much it is in their heart to be a part of this. So as they get a little older, and I notice the younger guys are starting, they came in to help this year, their kids are growing up a little bit, and they're getting they came to help, and they like to keep the tradition going too. So I think it'll go a while. We got a while longer. I think as I got older and got more involved, I learned more about the tradition, that I just grew up around it, so I just thought that was just our life, coming up to the hall and being part of that.
I think there was more past presidents and queens this year than ever in the past. It was really an honor.
People that are, a little bit older than I am and even younger than me. We are all friends, and you just know them. It's a big sense of community. The IDES is a big part of, growing up for me and being here with all the members and, just all the different activities. And it's a nice sense of belonging, for sure.
In 1871, the IDES Society used the crown that Mrs. Brown brought from the Azores. That was used until 1895. It's Manuel Philip Dutra, who did donate this property, went around, collected approximately 400 silver dollars that they melted down and they made into the crown that we use today.
We have a capella here on the grounds. During our celebration, we keep our crowns there and keep the doors open. Our members come there and donate to the crown.
On Saturday evening, the capella is open and the procession goes to church. The president carries the big crown, the vice president carries the small crown, and they take it to church to be blessed and bring it back. But it's really nice to see that the girls pass it from one to the other. When you give it to the new girl, you know your turn, you're done.
It's a really cool community to be a part of. It's something that I feel is really special. Like for me and my friends, I didn't really have a big involvement. My mom was Portuguese. I'm cousins with Roger, so we have family in here, but they were much more involved, and I was more involved in sports and that fun or that stuff. So it's fun to come back and get involved and be around all the different people and get to know, you guys have been here, you watch the organization. This is a machine. There's something to be said about just being able to walk in and watch and learn. That's all it is, watching and learning, and it's so cool. Watch the older guys come in and teaching the newer guys, no, not that much, or a little less, and just how everything runs. It's passed down from generation to generation to generation, and so on and so forth. So it's pretty cool.
We did a rosary, and it's traditional that we do a rosary for the entire week prior to the celebration. This year, we built a temporary type altar, put it in a big hall, and had the rosary there so everybody would feel that they could come to the rosary and they wouldn't have to be, packed in or too close to other people. We actually had I feel, very good crowds the entire week.
I've been involved with the organization since I was, as long as I can remember. My dad here is a past president, and my cousin here is also a past president. And John Brazil here was the past president when I was queen, also in 1991. So it's just a lot of tradition, throughout the years. And I'm actually the first female officer of the IDES, so following in these guys' footsteps.
Remodel all this from the way you used to do it in the Azores. And I'm very glad that I come in the time I come in. The old guys that used to be here, they thought I'm going to be the same way they doing business. I thought this is not the way you run the Holy Ghost celebration. We're going to do it the way you used to do it in Portugal. We did. It was not easy, but I got a lot of people behind us to help us. I'm very glad that I did come in the time I did. And I've been involved over here for a long time. And one time a friend of mine who's president, they tell him 2 days before, I don't got the cook. The cook, he said, not be able to come down. I said, no worry, I cook for you. And since then, I started cooking. And I got a lot of the officers involved in cooking. now we have no problem about cooking. They cook and do a very good job.
And that's really that's a big piece of the organization, is this cookhouse, because that's all of our fundraisers and everything. So
everything comes from the cookhouse.
Yes.
If the cookhouse goes down, the whole
it's not going to go down.
No. And there's another thing. Everything is donated, and every year, for the last I don't know exactly how many years, we do 3-4 crab chipinos to raise money for the organization. Tony was one of the first cooks to do the crab chipino, and we got times when we sell about 600 to 700 tickets. It's a big job, and now we got a few new cooks. Tony kind of slowed down a little bit, and we got other people. He taught other people. People in Half Moon Bay expect IDES to do this. And this really is known as Shamarita. As we got involved, we tried to change it, call it to the Holy Ghost.
But I don't think that name will ever leave.
No.
Members would bid on the cake and buy it. They could donate it back, take it home themselves, donate it back. In most cases, it would be cut up and passed out to the membership. Cakes could be sold several times as well. We're not talking like maybe once or twice. It could be 4 or 5 times.
We want to sell it one more time. I think we have people out there that would like to try and buy this. So we're going to try it one more time. Is that all right for you girls? $700 and now $50. $50, how many $50? $50,
There has never been a more important time to be part of community, and this one is awesome, so everybody should come on.
It's the oldest celebration in the state of California, and there are many organizations throughout the state, but we happen to be the oldest. The way the community came out and supported with all the stuff that was going on, we couldn't have asked for a better celebration, as much as we had to tone it down and everything, but it was just unbelievable, just amazing.
Tradition was kept as close as possible, with the circumstances being what it was. I think the effort of the officers to coordinate, very well supported by the members in the community, that definitely made it a very, very big success. So thank you.